My name is Ian Yarmus. I'm the resource counselor here at Seneca Valley, and we are thrilled and delighted to welcome you as our future Screaming Eagles. Couldn't be more delighted that you're here tonight to spend some time with us. Hopefully we'll answer some questions that you might have, might generate some new questions for you. And we are a bunch of us here tonight from Seneca Valley, thrilled to welcome you. If you haven't seen the new Seneca Valley 2.0, it's a sight to behold, the largest physical public school in the state of Maryland. So if you haven't already driven by to gape at its awesomeness, please do that. Can't wait to see you in these halls next year. Class of 2026. I'm going to quickly go through our objectives for tonight. You're going to get to meet the Seneca Valley counseling team, a select bunch of Seneca Valley staff. We're going to go through the MCPS graduation requirements that you should be aware of as you're planning for your registration. We'll talk about some of the very special programs we have here at Seneca Valley. And at the end, you'll have a unique opportunity to break out into some Zoom rooms with some of our elective teachers who are here tonight, if you'd like to learn some more about some of the elective programs that we're going to discuss. So we've got a full hour planned for you tonight. We're going to move quick. We've got a lot of ground to cover. So stick with us. But at this time, it's my pleasure to turn the mic over for a moment to our principal, Dr. Cohen. He'll say a few words.
Thanks, Ian. Evening, everybody. Really grateful to have you all joining us here tonight for this very important meeting. This is our first opportunity to put our best foot forward to show you that your kids are in really good hands over the next 4 years. My name is Mark Cohen, and I am about halfway through my 12th year as principal at Seneca Valley High School. 12 years is a long time for a principal to stay at any one place. The reason I've been there as long as I have is because I absolutely love it. We've got an amazing staff. We've got wonderful students and great programs for all of our kids. And you're going to hear about a lot of that tonight. You're going to hear about our IB program, which is internationally recognized. You're going to hear about our career programs, which will allow our students to walk out of high school with credentials well beyond the traditional high school diploma. And you're going to hear about a wide range of curricular and extracurricular opportunities that each of them have. So their high school career is everything that you hope it'll be. I'm grateful to Ms. Ramadi, our assistant principal, and Mr. Yarmus, the resource counselor for our counseling services department, and all of our counselors and other staff who are here tonight to begin this conversation about registration for next school year. Their high school careers start now. They are Screaming Eagles starting now. And we are excited to share our traditions and to have them join in building new traditions for our school and for our community. So with that, I'm going to turn things back over to Mr. Yarmus, and I thank you all for being here and look forward to getting to know you over the next 4 years.
Thanks, Dr. Cohen. I am humbled and proud to introduce to you, perhaps for the first time, the outstanding Seneca Valley counseling team. They are all here tonight. They are eager to meet your young Screaming Eagles. And I'm going to let them introduce themselves according to their pictures on the screen. So I'll hand it off to Mrs. Fellows.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Ellen Fellows, a counselor and also the SSL coordinator. Welcome.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mr. Grinley, one of the counselors here, also the AXO liaison for Seneca Valley High School.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Martinez. I'm the counselor here at Seneca Valley.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Darren Matthews, one of the counselors here at Seneca Valley, and I'm also the AP coordinator.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mrs. Ritchie. I am one of the counselors and also the SSD coordinator.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm Tatiana Teixeira, one of the counselors at Seneca.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mrs. Watson. I'm another counselor at Seneca Valley.
Hi, again, I am Mrs. West. I am one of the counselors here at Seneca Valley High School, and thank you for coming out tonight.
Thanks, everybody. And again, my name is Mr. Yarmus. I'm the resource counselor here. I'm also the SAT coordinator and the dual enrollment coordinator. Again, so grateful you're here and spending your time with us. As Dr. Cohen said, we think your children or you as a student or parents and guardians, your children are in wonderful hands here with this team. It's a dynamic and diverse team of counselors who loves coming to work every day. We love working with each other. We love working with students, and we can't wait to see all of you next year. Real quick, want to mention some of the other outstanding staff we have here in the counseling department who you'll see next year. Ms. Parrish, our secretary, Ms. McCabe, our registrar, Mr. Nalda, our college career information coordinator, Ms. Buckholz, our school psychologist. Ms. Way is our ESOL transition counselor. Ms. Santos is the ESOL parent community coordinator. Ms. Murray, our PPW or people personnel worker, and Ms. Fleming Mensa, who is our ACES academic coach. So a vibrant team here to work with you throughout your years at Seneca. You already got to meet Dr. Cohen. I want to just show you the faces of our amazing administrative team. They truly are a fantastic bunch of administrators who care about kids and are a delight to work with. Ms. Crawford, Dr. Kim, Ms. Ramadi, who is here tonight, Ms. Wanzer, and Ms. Riddick, who is our school business administrator. We might have some other administrators here as well. So they're looking forward to working with you as well. I'm going to dive right into talking about our brand new Seneca Valley registration website. Everything I'm talking about, or everything that the counselors are talking about tonight, can be found for you on the registration website. I'll show you in a second where to get it. If you zone out at any point during this presentation tonight, don't worry. Everything is there for you. This presentation will be recorded. The slideshow is already posted on the website. It's a great one-stop shop for everything registration. Where to find it? Just go to Seneca Valley's website, click in the 2022-23 registration tab at the top of the page, and that'll take you to our website. What will you find when you get there? Really a bounty of resources that are there to assist you in the registration process. It's a process that we want you to take seriously. Thinking about the future, planning for the future is an exciting and a critical step in your academic experience. So we've tried to make it as user-friendly for you as possible. Some of the things I'll talk about in more detail in a moment are the ways you're actually going to register. You will have a paper and pencil option. You'll have a virtual option or a digital option. Information about counselors and how to contact them at Seneca Valley, comprehensive listing of course offerings at Seneca Valley, comprehensive course descriptions through videos and slideshows, information about our amazing IB programs, our career programs. It's all there for you to peruse at the registration website. Most of you are particularly curious and anxious to know, how do I register for my classes next year? So there are two ways. And first of all, most of you will be seeing us in your middle schools starting in about a week and a half. And you will receive paper copies of the registration card. That's the old-fashioned way, and for some, a more comfortable way of picking classes. You'll be able to look at a card, hold it in your hands, and select the courses you want that way. If you prefer a digital version, you'll be able to access the online Google registration cards through the Seneca Valley website. If you went to the website right now, you would see a place for those, the online form. It's not active yet. It will be as soon as the registration process has begun for your school. You choose whichever of these two methods you prefer. What we ask is that you do one of them thoroughly and completely and make good choices. So again, paper registration card, you all will receive through your middle schools starting on around the 26th. Carefully complete both sides. Don't forget to have your parents sign and give their approval. As you're going through your card, pay attention to graduation requirements. You're going to hear a lot more about that in just a few minutes. Remember that there are 7 academic periods in the day at Seneca Valley. We have 8 periods. 5th period is lunch, 7 periods of academic classes. You might want to use a pencil on your card until you make your final choice. And don't be shy about talking to your counselor at your school or emailing the counselor here to answer your questions. One of the themes we want you to hear tonight is not to panic, to relax with this process. It's an important process, but the counselors here are here to support you throughout, to help you make the choices you want to make. We don't want anybody panicking or stressing. If you're not sure about the difference between two classes, we're here to answer those questions. So don't be shy to email or contact us. For those of you who choose to use the Google registration form instead of the paper registration form, same rules apply. Please fill out the form carefully, completely read all instructions carefully, move slowly as you're filling out the card. Again, don't panic. You'll be able to use the back browser to go back to the last page and change a response or update a response before you submit. Either way, your digital or paper versions are due back to your social studies. Well, the paper card is due back to your social studies teachers at the middle school by February 5th. If you choose to submit digitally, please do that by the 5th. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to the next presenter.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ms. Fellows again. Great to have you. So for those of you who really like to see the whole picture and what the 4 years would look like, we have all of these links on the presentation for you. So there's a sample student planner that shows you a whole 4 years already filled out as a sample for you to see what's coming up and what's coming next. Okay. And then your counselor will be working with your student to create a 4-year plan, but you have that option to do that at home. We have a link for you right on this screen where you can actually plan out the whole 4 years to make sure that you're getting all your credits that you're about to hear about in just a moment. Okay, and then when you go to the student view of your student's account in Synergy, you can see the course history. You'll be able to see how close to graduation, how you meeting your graduation requirements that you are. For example, in this one, when you see the orange, you can see that the student is in that English class, and once they pass it, it will go ahead to the green. And when you see the gray lines, you'll see that they have not yet taken that requirement. So over time, for these next two screens, you can see every requirement that we have and how close to finishing those requirements that you are. For example, the algebra is all the way filled. That means they passed it. You took the class and passed it. So that's how close you are to your graduation requirements being complete. So you can see that under course history, as well as these other requirements. Another neat feature is if you slide right over here by the student course history, you can turn that to on, as well as the service learning hours earned. You can slide that over and you'll be able to always keep track electronically as to how close you are to the requirements, as well as to the testing requirements. So you will have that access at your fingertips, and you can always have any questions to your counselor if you're confused about something. Okay, and then the Rockin' Course Bulletin of Seneca Valley. We're super excited that we have our very own course bulletin for Seneca Valley's course offerings. So you'll be able to, there's a link right on here to view all the offerings at Seneca Valley, including our programs. In addition, we provided the Montgomery County Course Bulletin, which has detailed information as well. But just keep in mind that this is for the entire county, and schools only have pieces of what is in here. We do not offer every single thing that's listed in the Montgomery County Course Bulletin, but it is a wonderful document as a resource, which is linked here as well. In addition, it's very exciting that on our registration website, we have detailed information about each course that we offer by department. So not only will you see all the courses listed by department, but you'll also see the sequence chart, so you know what is coming next. For example, in math, after algebra, what comes next, you will see all of that and all the options in which direction you will go on. And everyone is unique in how they get to graduation. So we have it all laid out beautifully for you. Thank you, Mr. Yarmus, and everyone who helped. Okay, and then in addition on Synergy, under student view, the course request screen, we have a course request screen, and in that section, you will see the input from the teacher about your courses. So you can see what your current teacher thinks about your courses and what you should possibly do. I believe I'm turning it over to Ms.
You are. Hi, I'm Mrs. Ritchie, and I'm going to talk to you about graduation requirements. Graduation requirements are met over the course of 4 years. So all students in class of 2025 will need to earn 22 credits in a variety of different areas, 75 service learning hours, complete and pass state testing requirements, and I'll review those in a moment, and grade-specific graduation requirements according to the MCPS graduation requirements list. And you can access this On Track for Graduation chart at any time at home, and all the counselors also have these posted in our offices. So to break it down for all families, every student will be required to do the following. English, 4 credits, so that's a credit each year. Math, 4 credits, credit every single year of high school. 1 must include algebra, 1 must include geometry. 3 credits of social studies, 1 in US history, 1 in national, state, and local government, and 1 in modern world history or IB history. Science, 3 credits. Fine arts, 1 credit. It can be in art, music, or theater. Physical education, 1 credit. Health, 1 credit for students who are in the class of 2025. 1 credit of technology. And then there's a choice. World language, 2 credits plus 2.5 electives, or a program of study of the student's choice. Other requirements. Many of our students have been building their service learning hours during their middle school experience, so they will come to us with service learning. But at the conclusion of their 4 years at Seneca, they must earn 75 service learning hours. Also, Maryland Comprehensive Assessment Programs, which include the following assessments. Students must pass the algebra assessment. They must take the high school MISA, which is the Maryland Integrated Science Assessment. This tests in the areas of biology, chemistry, and physics. They must pass the English 10 assessment taken at the conclusion of English 10. And they must pass the NSL, National, State, and Local Government Assessment, also taken at the conclusion of NSL. Here's something new. For our families who have students who are already at Seneca Valley, this requirement has changed a little bit. Students are now going to be required to take 1 entire credit of health, not just half a credit. Health is now a 2-semester course for our class of 2025. Also, we have additional information about the 3 next generation science standards credits, which includes 1 credit of life science, 1 credit of integrated into the science assessment, 1 physical science, and 1 credit of earth space science, or an NGSS course with topics of earth space science integrated into the curriculum. So for the health requirement clarification, for the class of 2025, health is now 2 semesters. We recommend that you sign up for Part A, first semester of your health course for the fall of your 10th grade year. You must take Part A before enrolling in Part B. You may choose to take Part B, second semester of health, in the spring of your sophomore year, or you may choose to take Part B, the second semester, during your junior year or senior year. It is up to you. At this time, we don't know if MCPS is planning to offer Part A or B in summer school or in an online program yet, but we'll find out soon. Grad requirements, science change. So there's a lot of conversation about the NGSS science courses. That's laid out right here. Students will need to take at least 1 NGSS course for each of the 3 sections below. Life science, which is going to be biology A and B. All of our students take this. Physical science, chemistry A/B meets this requirement. Physics A/B meets this requirement, and astronomy and physics also meets this requirement. And finally, earth space science integrated. Chemistry A/B meets this requirement. Physics A/B meets this requirement. Astronomy and physics, AP environmental science A and B, IB environmental systems A and B, and earth systems and sustainability A and B. Don't worry, we'll work with your students to help figure out the most appropriate science courses. Grade promotion. So in order to be promoted to the 10th grade, to the 11th grade, to the 12th grade, students must meet the criteria in the following areas. In grade 9, at the conclusion of grade 9, students must earn 5 credits. 1 credit must be in math, 1 in English, and then 3 in other. By the end of 10th grade, total of 10 credits, 2 in math, 2 in English, 1 in science, and 1 in social studies, 4 in other. And finally, at the conclusion of 11th grade, total of 15 credits, 3 required in math, 3 required in English, 2 required in science, and 2 required in social studies, and 8 in other.
All right, good evening. My name is Kim Beecraft. I am one of the coordinators for the IB program, and welcome to Seneca, which is a wall-to-wall IB school. That just means that we offer the continuum of IB programs, which we'll talk about in just a moment, from 9th through 12th grade. So we offer the MYP, or the middle years program. We offer the IB diploma program, sometimes called the IBDP, and the IB career-related program, also called the IBCP. Thank you. So for MYP, that is all 9th and 10th graders are in the MYP program. And so that is what I actually coordinate. So I work with our 9th and 10th grade staff and our students, and that's a whole school program. So every student enjoys that experience of being an IB middle years program student throughout their 9th and 10th grade experiences. In 11th and 12th grade, students have some choices. So I know that that seems far away, but you should be planning ahead that when you get to 11th and 12th grade, you can choose to take individual IB courses. Those are college preparatory courses similar to AP in some ways, or you can do one of our IB programs, and you can do the IB diploma program or the IB career related program. So for the IB middle years program, none of our programs actually need applications, but you are automatically part of the middle years program by coming to Seneca. All our 9th and 10th grade courses, we're in the process of getting those aligned. And each unit, I organize by these ideas, these big ideas called concepts. So MYP, all of our curriculum is MCPS curriculum with this IB framework applied to it. So these connecting ideas, so we link across different subject areas, that they're doing skills instruction and explicit skills focus, and that we're connecting everything to the real world. Thank you, next slide. So kind of skipped ahead, but we focus on academic skills. We focus on the whole student development, so both soft and academic skills, deep critical thinking, and a lot of intercultural understanding, respect. So it is an international program. We're in over 136 countries. So they really have a large focus on that international mindedness piece. And so if you are in 9th and 10th grade and you're looking forward to those 11th and 12th grade IB options that I mentioned, you should be taking honors courses. You should be taking AP, NSL. When you get into 10th grade, take AP US history, so that you're experiencing that rigor and getting yourself prepared. All of our classes are MYP and IB aligned, so you get that benefits. But if you know your eye is on the IB diploma program or the IB career related program, you definitely want to make sure you're pushing yourself. You want to consider taking our Approaches to Learning course. So if you're in an AP course and you're a little nervous about it as a 9th grader, this is a great course to help support you and ensure that you have skills instruction and support with a teacher led class. We commit to rigor and challenge. Continue or begin your world language studies. So if you know you want to do an 11th to 12th grade IB program, make sure you're in a world language, either French or Spanish. And then map out your graduation requirements. So making sure that you fit everything in your schedule. And so just briefly about those 11th and 12th grade programs for IB, and Ms. Azursky is not here tonight. I'm going to present for her, but she's in charge of all the 11th and 12th grade IB courses. So if you have questions, please email her. IB diploma program, they take 6 IB courses across 2 years. They also do a core class called IB Theory of Knowledge, and they write an extended essay research paper that's 4,000 words, which sounds intimidating, but I teach that course and I promise we walk them through it. And it really is one of the premier, most rigorous college preparatory programs in the country, and it's internationally and nationally recognized. We are also really lucky, thank you, next slide, to offer the IB career-related programs, or IBCP. This pairs with all of our awesome options that we have at Seneca. So you take 3 IB courses, you take a core class called IB Personal and Professional Skills. I actually teach the seniors in that class, where we do a lot of academic research skills, but we also do personal and professional skills to help them in their career pathway. And they also are in a career pathway. So they take the IB, they get the benefits, it's not, but they're also in our cyber tech, or they're in our CCMA, or one of our career pathways. And that's a great place to kind of combine both of those interests. We have a website that has a lot of this information, but there's a lot of benefits for IB education in general, 9th through 12th at Seneca. When you get into those 11th, 12th grade, those are the ones that can earn you college credit. They help you showcase your rigor that you're taking and your challenge when you're looking at colleges, and you really get an academic toolkit. There's a large focus on skill building and transferring those skills across subject areas, across all of our IB courses that make them so beneficial for students. And if you have any other questions about our IB, we have a website. I will put it in the chat as soon as I'm finished. Oh, you're fine, thank you. And we also have a plethora. These are our 11th and 12th grade courses for IB. So just if you're looking ahead, there's a lot of different offerings that we have that are really exciting once you get into 11th and 12th grade.
Okay, thank you. I believe it's my turn. I'm Ms. Teixeira again, one of the counselors. So this is another, just a sample schedule of what it looks like 9th through 12th grade, just English, math, science, social studies. It kind of goes down, and there are so many ways to go about that. So I'll show a little bit what that looks like. So you're coming from middle school, you're about to start 9th grade next year, and just pat yourselves on the back, and parents and everyone there, for everything we've been through, and just keep going. And you're coming to Seneca, it's going to be great. So many wonderful options. And this is what a sample schedule would look like for you. So you might be in Honors English 9, and then whichever math, the next level from what you're taking now. Social studies, we have, like Ms. Beecraft said, we have the AP NSL government class. We also have honors around level US history. You will take honors biology, and then world language. We highly encourage you to keep going with the foreign language, with world language, Spanish or French if you're thinking IB later. And we also have American Sign Language. There's also fine arts, physical education. And then because we only have 7 spots, right, you can pick one of those and change it for one of the career pathways that we'll go over later. So if you're in IT, you're going to take a computer class, or health careers, you'll take foundations of medicine and so forth. So again, back to, each department. So in English, when you start with Honors English 9, well, what's going to happen in 10th grade? You'll either do on level 10 or Honors English 12. And then things can change in 11th grade, where you go honors, on level, IB, lots of different options there. And then in 12th grade, again, it kind of just keeps opening up, right? And it's very fluid. High school is a moment of just growing a lot, and our brains change so much. So even though you're planning ahead, remember plans change, and your level will change, and pushing yourself and talking to us to help you. So that kind of gives you a nice graph. And then in 9th grade, what would happen with math? So it kind of shows you if you were in math 8, the next year you would be in algebra 1. If you were in algebra in 8th grade, what happens in 9th? And then it kind of shows you a little bit further on as well, what would happen in the next grade levels. Again, social studies, you'll either start with US history, honors or on level, or the AP NSL government, and then you'll move forward. You kind of flip it to either US history or government, depending on the level. And then finally, you'll do modern world history or the IB history, which can be 2 years or 1 year. And science is fun. We have a lot of changes to it and a lot of different science courses. You'll definitely take honors biology next year. And then in 10th grade, you might take chemistry, you might take physics. Some students actually sometimes love to double up on it. If you really are into science and you just want to have a chance to take more sciences later or do something else. And then 11th grade is when you start having those, the IB options for science and in the electives. And then, of course, world language. I am a huge proponent of world language, as my team knows, and we all are. I just have a passion for it. Knowing 3. So Espanol, Portuguese, and I'm working on French. I'm struggling with that one. But definitely thinking ahead, because again, a lot of middle school students come to us and think, oh, I already took 2 years, I'm done. Well, there are so many benefits to keep learning. You're going to become, you're going to learn more the language, the culture, because language isn't by itself. Whether you're thinking of studying abroad one day or kind of traveling the world, getting that experience when it comes to jobs also. And again, thinking ahead, you're not sure what you're going to do in junior year. So it's nice to keep going. And then the other benefit too, colleges really like to see at least 2 years in high school. So even if you're done in middle school, it's really neat if you can continue on into high school and push yourself there. And also just all the benefits of the brain and learning different languages, just like we do with music and technology, right? So I'm going to stop there because I can go on forever with that one. And I believe it is a new presenter's turn. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Darren Black. I am a resource teacher here at Seneca Valley High School for the Career and Technical Education Department, as well as the Career Programs Coordinator. In the chat,
Darren, you just muted.
sorry, thanks, Dr. Cohen. Sorry about that. So my name is Darren Black. I'm the resource teacher for Career and Technical Ed, and I am also the Career Programs Coordinator. In the chat, I put my business card. So if there are any individual specific questions you have about any of these programs that I'm going to quickly go over, please feel free to call me. The number on that business card is my direct phone line to my office, or even email is acceptable also. So you will see on this slide that Seneca Valley has 10 programs with 16 career completers. They're called also programs of study. And to review, one of the graduation requirements is 2 years of the same world language or a program of study. And this is what one of the programs of study you can choose. So under, we have automotive technology, the Child Development Associate Program, the College Career Readiness and Development, Construction Management and Architecture Program, and underneath that is 4 distinct programs of study. You have CDM, which is very closely related to, has elements of architecture, carpentry, construction electricity, and HVAC. Under the Information Technology Cybersecurity Program, we have programming, or code.org. We have network operations, and we also brand new next year, we're starting to offer cybersecurity pathway that also contains a cybersecurity capstone at Seneca Valley. Under healthcare professions, there's 2 programs of study, the CCMA, or the Certified Clinical Medical Assistant, and the Pharmacy Technician. We also offer the Hospitality and Tourism Management, Law Enforcement and Leadership Program, Project Lead the Way Engineering, and NJROTC, which stands for the Naval Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. And Commander Hernandez is with us tonight, and I understand that she will have a breakout room. So if you have any questions about that, you can go to her breakout room and so specifically ask her questions. Next slide. So this is the most important slide for many of you. You'll note that the programs and asterisks you cannot start until your 10th or 11th grade year. Doesn't mean, so let me clarify that. The programs on it that don't have an asterisk, you don't have to start them your freshman year. We recommend it, but they're designed and built that you can start them most of them either your sophomore year or junior year. The ones asterisk, you have to start your sophomore year. We don't allow freshmen in those programs. The only program that you cannot start your sophomore year or later is the Project Lead the Way engineering program. That is a 4-course sequence that actually it contains 5 courses, but one of them is your tech ed credit. There's 5 courses involved in that pathway, and you won't be able to finish that in 3 years or 2 years like some of the other ones are designed. The following slides after this slide give you general information about the course sequences, the highlights, and the industry certifications that Dr. Cohen was talking about that students can come out of Seneca Valley with by simply doing a career completer. I didn't want to go over all of these individually because I know that not all of them, you have access to this presentation. You can look at and read at them. You read them, and you can also contact me if you had more specific questions. And at the end of these slides, you will have the links, you'll have the email addresses and the teachers' names of the teachers that teach in those individual programs. So if you had a specific question about the curriculum, what's covered in any of these programs, you can contact these teachers and they can give you more precise information about the actual curriculum that is done in those courses. And once again, my name is Darren Black. I put that link in there for my business card. Please don't hesitate to contact me either by phone or by email if you have any questions. Thank you.
All right. Hello, everyone. Mr. Martinez here again. So real quick, going over some of the AP classes that we do offer here at Seneca Valley. So obviously we have AP NSL Government and Politics, AP US History, Psychology, Computer Science Principles, Computer Science Java, AP Statistics, AP AB Calculus, and AP BC Calculus. NSL Government and Computer Science Principles are available for in 9th grade as well. So as mentioned before, 9th graders do need 1 full credit of PE. So we have a variety of PE classes. We have foundations, net sports, basketball, soccer. We also have weight training, PE fitness, yoga, and dance. And another important note, as mentioned before, incoming 9th graders require 1 full year of health. So they need to take health A first and then health B.
Hi, everyone. It's Ms. Watson again. And today I'm going to talk about the fine arts. Fine arts is a big umbrella term, and it incorporates 3 different topics, which I will cover a few, and then Ms. West will cover one. The first term is for music. And music incorporates choral courses. So they have different levels depending on your ability. It starts from beginning level. They have things like chorus or chamber mixed, which you would have to audition for. If you have any questions about that or you love using your voice, you can always reach out to Ms. Tessa Walker. There's also general music classes, and those incorporate things like piano and guitar. That also has a variety of different levels. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to Mr. Mercado. The next one is instrumental music classes. We have concert orchestra, concert band, jazz ensemble, and advanced band. If you have any questions about that, you can always reach out to Mr. Stevens, and their information is tagged at the top of the page. The next category is theater. And for 9th graders, we have Theater 1. And in that course, you'll learn the basics of performing, playwriting, designing, and ultimately you can work your way up to be a part of our plays that we have here at Seneca Valley. The next one is musical theater, and as I mentioned, the Theater 1 is a prerequisite for it. So if you're looking forward to being in some of our plays, make sure you go ahead and sign up for Theater 1.
Ms. West, you are still muted.
Thank you. Hi again, guys. I'm going to quickly transition into reviewing some additional courses that are offered for ninth graders and will fulfill the fine arts credit. Visual arts is that third area for fine arts, and it has 7 course offerings that you can choose from. So the first one is Foundations of Art and Culture. This is a great class for students that is interested in exploring drawing, painting, sculpting, and printmaking. So it's our most basic level course to start with. Then we move into our 2D Studio Art 1. This class allows for observational drawing and consists of additional learning such as making collages and using the 2D studio media. We move into Ceramics and Sculpture 1. This class allows for students to explore 3-dimensional art making using ceramics and using conventional and temporary sculpture media. So that one you can get your hands dirty, a lot of fun. The next one is Functional Fine Arts and Craft 1. Students will explore a variety of materials used to create fine arts and crafts. So if you like to make things, that might be a class that you would enjoy. Digital Art 1 explores digital hardware and software platforms. So that one's a little bit more involved. Then we move into Photography 1. And this is where you can learn the basics of photography. So if you have that wonderful, expensive camera at home and don't know how to use it, this class will teach you how to operate the camera, refining images, and also printing photos. And the last one is Advanced Animation 2. So please draw attention to the yellow asterisk. There is no part 1. So I don't want you to feel like you can't take this class. This class is offered to ninth graders. And in this course, students will learn how to use multiple techniques in exploring, planning, preparing, and making animations. So next, you will hear from Mr. Matthews.
All right, good evening. Mr. Matthews here again. I am here to talk about some other ninth grade electives that we have here to offer. We have a class called Approaches to Learning, ATL. We want you to consider taking our Approaches to Learning class as a course that is focused on academic and social emotional skills, development with time built in for practice and work completion. This is a great course to support first-time AP and IB students and those students who are prospective AP or IB students who might have it in the back of their mind but aren't fully convinced about the programs. This is a great introduction course here. We also have African American Literature, which is a 1 semester only class. So pay attention to that in case you plan on taking African American Lit. You'll have to pick another elective for the opposite semester. If you love African American writers and wish you had more time to engage with their work, this is a class for you. They examine horror, spoken word, they create poetry, horror stories, and a bunch of different other things. There, we also have graphic novel literature, which is also a 1 semester class. Yeah, right there. Graphic novel literature, which is also a 1 semester class, which explores a bunch of different graphic novels, if that's your thing, comic books, more like horror stories, sci-fi, things like that. Journalism and newspaper. Sign up for one of these this class to participate in writing our newspaper, the school newspaper. You'll be able to choose topics of your interest, learn more about topics through interviews and research. One cool thing about the journalism class, you get free admission into school events. You just have to tell them that you're covering for the school newspaper, and they can let you in to different athletic events, after school activities, things like that. Share your opinions and topics with the school community, and make a difference by raising awareness on issues that are important to you. We also have yearbook. You can sign up for this course to create our school yearbook every year. No experience necessary. We have great teachers that will help you through the process if you don't have any experience. Learn or develop skills in photography and design, have direct input into your club, sports, and activities and how they're represented, make new friends from all different grade levels. This is a mixed class, so it's not just specific to one grade level, and help make something that people will cherish forever. I still pull out my yearbook every now and again from my graduating high school class, so it's pretty cool. And we also have video production. This is a class that edits the morning announcements, makes videos, and operates television studio equipment. And once again, this is a mixed bag class. This class has students from 9th through 12th grade.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mr. Grinley. I'm one of the counselors here at Seneca Valley. So here at Seneca, we do offer a lot of clubs and activities for our students. It's a great opportunity for students to get involved in the community. So you can see here on your screen some of the different clubs and activities. Some of the main ones are the different honor societies. We also have SGA, which is Student Government Association. We have Model UN, which is Model United Nations, and different NJROTC clubs and activities. We also offer athletic programs throughout the school year. So in the fall, you can see what sports are offered. Fall sports run from August to about November. Winter sports go from November to about February. And then spring sports are from March until May or June. And then in order to be eligible to participate in extracurricular activities, you must have a minimum of a 2.0 in the most recent quarter and no more than 1E. So what that looks like here is for each of your classes, you have to determine the points for the grade you received. So in the box, you see an A is 4 points, a B is 3, a C is 2 points, a D is 1, and then E would be no points. So you add up the points for all your classes, and then you divide that total by the total number of classes, and that's your GPA average. So for example, at Seneca, we have 7 classes. So if you got all Bs in 7 classes, you would do 3 times 7 classes, which is 21. You would then divide that by 7, and then you would get 3.0. So your GPA would be a 3.0. So that's how you calculate your GPA eligibility. We also have the ACES program. So ACES stands for Achieving Collegiate Excellence and Success. This is for 10th grade students who are interested in attending college. So you do have to apply to join this program. But students who are selected for ACES receive individual coaching. They receive preparation for college entrance exams. They receive college and financial aid application support. They receive leadership development opportunities. They receive career readiness training and skills, and also student success workshops. So as incoming 9th graders to our school, you'll start thinking about applying for this program in January, 2nd semester, well, the end of 1st semester. All right, and we know that high school is an exciting time, but it's also a nervous time for a lot of people. So we just have some tips for success as you get ready to kind of shift your mindset to being high school students. First one is sleep. So it's very important to get 8 to 10 hours per night, about the same time every night. Your schedule. So it's a good idea to keep a paper calendar or use an app on your phone or set an alarm in your phone to keep track of your time and due dates. It's also important to get outside and get active. So even if it's just for a few minutes, 30 minutes a day, that can definitely improve your mood and your thinking. Getting extra help is also very important. So find out when teachers or tutors are available, and then take the time to get the help that you need while you're in school. And then talking to your teachers. If you don't understand something or you're struggling, let them know. High school is a time where you begin to have more independence and you're held more accountable for your schoolwork and your success. And then lastly, and definitely very important, is reach out to your counselor. So if you want to set up a time to talk with any one of your counselors, you can set a message, or you can come by the counseling office and schedule an appointment with any one of us.
And okay, Thanks, Mr. Brindley. Okay, thanks, everybody. This is Mr. Yarmus again to kind of wrap things up here. We appreciate you giving your attention. That's a lot of information that our counseling staff just shared with you. I hope you absorbed it and benefited from it. I want to kind of leave you with a few final thoughts and some dates. Again, whether you are a student at Roberto Clemente or MLK or Kingsview, Neilsville, Halliwells, wherever you are coming from, you will receive a copy of paper registration cards around the 26th of January. Again, if you choose to, please turn those paper registration cards back into your social studies teacher no later than February 5th so that they can hand it off to us and we can put your courses into the system. If you choose to use the online Google registration form, please do that also. Submit by February 5th. Again, no need to do both, and we'd rather you don't do both methods. Please choose one or the other, whichever you're more comfortable with. As I mentioned in the very beginning, we've got an exciting additional feature here tonight. If you heard about one of our amazing elective programs and you are interested to learn more, we have several elective teachers who are standing by tonight to answer any questions you might have. This is a webinar format, so we can't just place you into breakout rooms, but we are going to place into the chat. Ms. Ramadi did that already. Thanks, Ms. Ramadi. A Google Doc that has Zoom links for all of the elective teachers that are here tonight. We highly encourage you to pop in on one or more of those teachers. They're dedicating their time tonight to answer any questions you have, so please take advantage of that. And if you, for some reason, can't access that Google Doc, just navigate to Seneca Valley's homepage, go to Seneca Valley's website. Again, go to the registration portal on top there, and at the top of the registration page, you'll find the Zoom links as well. Oops, my lights just went out. That's my building's sign that I've been here too long tonight. I have a few minutes left before you head off into your elective Zoom teachers' rooms, if you haven't already. I'm honored to present a short montage of performances by our wonderful performing arts program here at Seneca Valley. I'm going to play that. And before I do, I want to thank all the panelists here who came tonight. Thanks, Dr. Cohen. Thanks, Ms. Ramadi. Thanks, counselors. And I want to especially thank and again welcome our future Screaming Eagles. I've worked in many places, and this one is special. The staff here, the students here, it's a vibrant and dynamic community to grow in, and I love coming here every day, and I hope you will too. So looking forward to meeting you all next year. Again, reach out to your counselors at the middle school. Feel free to email us here. Any questions you have, we will do our best to answer. Thanks again, everybody. Well, for those of you folks that are still here, again, we encourage you to join one of our elective teacher Zoom rooms. They are standing by, and that concludes the Rising Ninth Grade presentation tonight. Thanks for joining us.